I see all good people. Oh. You know the ohms and the ahs and the different sounds that we make as a means of eliciting a sense of calm. Do it through their vibration that resonates through one's body. It's another amazing attribute or part of our beings that we have this facility, taking nothing for granted. Always our goal to be appreciative for everything there is, having a sense of humility for all that we understand, no matter what the depth of this understanding is, because from what we have learned, there is always more depth to plumb, to fathom, to come to a better understanding of. It is why compassion and empathy are so important, to leave room for the doubt that there is more to be understood than what we perceive. Perception is our game, curiosity. Good to be alive, good to be here this morning. I am thankful. And if you're listening to this, you probably are too, or hopeful, or reaching out. Look within. There is a great deal of wisdom in each of us. When one is concerned about the direction you are in, you have been following, or have been led to believe in, the first thing to do is pause and reconsider everything. It is always good to examine oneself. It is in how one does it, remembering how important virtuosity is, to make the effort to inquire in a kindly and a generous sense, not in a gullible or naive or foolish way, but being genuine and authentic, being honest with integrity. This way, when one is accepting of understanding oneself, one is on a firmer footing, a better foundation to thereupon begin to climb again. The pause is already moments in the past, and we are looking ahead. We are looking for the sun. We are rising in the sky. This is the way for self-improvement that's positive, built upon virtue, creating a potential for happiness, goals, inspiration, aspiration. Finding oneself in a comfortable posture, being in an environment where one can communicate with oneself and the world in a non-biased, witnessing, objective way, where one can evaluate and reflect upon one's own life and its vitality in such a way as to create a sanctuary for one's zeal, one's desire for self-improvement. Today is the first day of the rest of one's life. It is a joyous occasion because it has arrived. Being able to reflect in these moments upon one's physicality, of one's processes, one's breathing, for instance. Wanting to be more calm, breathing in to a count of 4 to 6, pausing thereafter to a count of 1 or 2, and exhaling to a count of 6 to 8, and pausing thereafter to a count of 1 or 2. This is a beautiful breath for calm. for a greater sense of peace, becoming more tranquil, feeling more at rest, allowing oneself to sink and to find the firmness of one's foundation. It is rooted in one's physicality. Being here now. A bundle of miracles comprised of all of these different processes we share. Yes, our breath, our respiration. Yes, our pulse, our body's circulation. Yes, the energy coordinating and energizing our beings of being alive. The shimmer, the thermal energy, the incessant communication, not only within one's integrity of one's being, beneath one's skin, but to the universe, to all of creation. You and I are exuding energies and receiving same, as if each of us is an antenna and at the same time a transmitter, a lighthouse of energy. This is, in my opinion, what is. When I was a little boy around 14 or 15 years old, I woke up in the middle of the night, paralyzed. And I've told this story before, but I'll tell you again. And there was a light in my bed. It was coming from, somewhere around the middle of my body. And I couldn't understand, as a little fella, why there was a flashlight in my bed. And I couldn't move. My body was frozen, paralyzed, or I had no control of it. So that was a little disconcerting, of course. And I began, for some reason, to think of the pulse in my neck. Strangely, but you know how we have sometimes this feeling of a pulse. Recently I had it in one of my legs, where it becomes a gangbuster of feeling that one has this great awareness that, there's a thumping going on of your pulse in a particular location, wherever it may be. Well, this was in my neck. And of course, this is transpiring over, I suspect, several minutes. And in thinking about it being in my neck, then it helped resolve or to release this paralysis I was having. And I looked to go find the flashlight in my bed. That was somewhere around my stomach, my solar plexus. And of course there wasn't one. But when I had awoken, there was a column of light between my bed where I was, because I had my sheets or my blanket on top of me, so I couldn't see exactly from where, and because I was paralyzed, I couldn't move, but see the light, I could do that, because it was rising up to the ceiling. And there you are. This is an example of what we're talking about. And it is manifested in many ways. It is telepathy. It is one's senses of what's going to become. It is one's awareness that someone from a distance is looking at you. It is all of these things, and it is much more. It is all of the things we don't understand, we don't comprehend, those things we don't normally perceive, like the example I just shared, and yet should remain open-minded about. looking inside each of us, being aware, being humbled, awakening to the possibilities of what is. This first day of the rest of our lives is more precious than any other, because it is now. It is this moment that we are sharing, that we are lucky enough to have. Making the best of this moment. How? By being virtuous and recognizing this opportunity. That's how we do it. It's why we practice. That the attributes that we would assume and nurture and help grow have this possibility of being nourished by our practice, by our repetition, by our creating habits and rituals, by our being authentic in our desire for self-improvement. Our self-improvement is a boon not only for ourselves, but for any and everything else surrounding us. Grow, allow, receive, transmit, be aware, be accepting, be open-minded, be fair. Remember the phrases we have just recently spoken about in the last couple of days. Do unto others as ye would have them do unto you. Know thyself. To thine own self be true. And to be the same way to everyone else. Do unto others. Remembering, not just in a 15-minute period of meditation, of mindfulness, but throughout one's day. Don't set limits to your ability. Play. Be curious. Smile. Be joyful. Be appreciative of our good fortune and humble before it all. Have a great day. Enjoy life, no matter where or what circumstance one finds himself in. The light begins and ends inside of oneself, allowing one's own energy to propel you to greater heights of virtuosity, of kindness, of generosity to oneself. And by this activity, transmitting to everything and everyone else. Being here now, a bundle of miracles, humbled by the immensity of creation, thankful for having this opportunity of being alive. The music continues for around another minute. Please linger and consider one's own being, one's own life, one's own potential. Everyone has an incredible potential. And you have millions of years of wisdom already stored in one's being. This is the point, to continually consider. You are the tip of an iceberg or the top of a pyramid, and beneath you sits so much more. Don't take yourself for granted, but explore with virtuosity, with your own capabilities, your own tools. We speak of these tools every day, using them. And when you forget, it's okay. And when you make mistakes, it is to be expected. Pause. Right oneself, like a turtle when they're upside down. Right oneself. And continue on your journey of positivity. Namaste.